All right, let's move on to college. What college did you attend, and maybe a reason or two why you chose that college?
Okay, first college I went to first year was Brigham Young University. And my reason for going there, my dad was talking to some of his buddies, and one was Mr. Nixon. Mr. Nixon, if he spent a nickel, he wanted to get a dollar's worth back for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at all these universities, and the Mormon Church puts a ton of money in. And he felt you get the most educational buck for any school by going to Brigham Young. So I went there, and it was an excellent school as far as teaching, but I'm not a Mormon, as you know, and I always felt I was an outsider there.
Okay.
But had some fun times there.
Absolutely. See another different part of the United States, I'm sure, which is cool. Yeah.
My college roommate was Denny Zadrali. He was from Clairton also.
Oh, okay.
And we lived off campus. And my landlord, he did all kinds of things with us.
Okay.
He wasn't that much older than us exactly. And he would rent these tote goats, and we would all, they're sort of like an all-terrain vehicle.
Okay, yeah.
And we would go, like, out to ghost towns and stuff like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and other time, his wife, her dad was an actual cowboy up in Wyoming, and we drove up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we met the cowboy, and then also they have a thing where they feed the elk, and we were able to go out on the wagon with a guy who was feeding the elk. We get about 10 yards out of there, and it starts raining harder than hell. Never been so soaked in all my life.
Did you get a chance to feed the elk?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet that was cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. So after 1 year at Brigham Young, you moved to another college, right?
Yeah, transferred to Kent State.
Okay. Closer to where you grew up, right?
Yeah, plus my sister got married, and the best man, Clark Goodman, he was going to Kent State, and he was telling me how great it was.
Okay.
So I transferred there. You talk about two ends of the spectrum. Brigham Young, where it was no parties at all, and you weren't even allowed to drink Coca-Cola or anything. To Kent State, which was party you know.
So you got, like you said, both ends of the spectrum. That's cool.
Yeah.
What was your major in college?
Economics.
Okay. And I know you met some good friends there.
Yeah.
A lot of friends you still talk to today. I know one visited you last week. What are your names of your friends?
Tom Zupke, Wally Frulich, Fran Avila, Brian Arota. There's a few that come to mind right off the bat.
And I'm sure you didn't have any fun at all with those guys again, right?
No.
Any favorite stories?
I remember we were on a softball team. This was inter school, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on third base. And the guy got a hit, and I went home, and the catcher tried to block me, and I barreled right into him.
Blew him up.
Yeah. And he punched me, I punched him, and we're punching it out. And the ref kicked us both out, and he says, "What's your name?" And I said, "Cal Sabo." And he asked the catcher, "What's your name?" He says, "Richard Sabo." Found out another Sabo was there. We end up talking after, and instead of sticking around watching the rest of the game, we went downtown and had beers together.
That's awesome. Was he a relative?
No.
No? Okay. That's it. I've never heard that story, Dad.
Yeah.
No. That's a good one.
There's a lot of Hungarians in Ohio.
Absolutely. I remember a story you told me about sneaking into the swimming pool.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Particularly, another good friend was Tom Galloway. He would go up where the fans are and crawl through these ducts. It was about 30 foot above the pool. And he would jump into the pool and then come and let me in, and we would swim in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fun. I know you had some really good times at Kent. And after you graduated, I think you made a decision to move on to Navy, right? How long were you in the Navy, and what
I
dates?
went into the Navy right after I got out of high school.
Sorry. Okay, let's edit that one. Sorry.